Hi everyone, Jessica here from Paper Ink Stamp and welcome back to my channel. So today's video we're going to be taking a look at, this is issue 83 of Die Cutting Essentials magazine. So let's first just take a quick look at the free gift this month. So this is called Nativity Bauble and this is by Memory Box. So in here we've got 4 dies, so we've got 2 that will create your Nativity Bauble and then you've got 2 extra pieces which you can use to help layer up kind of the star that's going to be at the top, or you know, kind of like the ribbon where you would sort of dangle it if you were to use it like something like that. We've also then got some patterned papers and sentiments. So I had a quick look on the Craft World website where you can download these free papers. I have downloaded a couple of them, and one of these we are going to be using on today's card. So this is the paper that I downloaded, and I also downloaded a page of their sentiments as well. So this is obviously an A4 sheet, so you can see just how big these are, and I think I'm going to be using this sentiment here on our card today, but there's lots on the website that you can download for free, so definitely go ahead and check that out. So let's just take a quick look at the magazines. So you've got some really fun and quite colourful ideas of how to use this die set. Of course, because it's a die set, you can die cut it from any patterned paper, of course any coloured paper, or you know, simply just making your own. So that's exactly what has been used to create these backgrounds, and then die cutting from those kind of homemade backgrounds as well. So you can see here, so to create this background they've used fossilized amber, evergreen bow, mermaid lagoon and chipped sapphire in the distress ink, and they've created a background. And the same by the looks of it with this one just down here, you've got a really fun background. So you know, these can be as untraditional as you want them to be, but of course then you've still got the papers that you can download just down here if you want to use what they've included. So again, some really fantastic examples on how you can use this die set. So these ones by Ingrid. So again, you know, using those patterned papers, using those sentiments there as well. And for this one here, this circular card, you've got using the offcuts from when die cutting the baubles themselves. That's a really ingenious way of making sure that you use every little bit of scrap if that's what you want to do. I really love this card here as well. So she's popped some patterned paper behind this of die cut from a piece of white cardstock. Use that then as the front of the card, and yeah, so you've got that really beautiful pattern behind. I think that is probably my favourite card in this magazine, using this free gift. So I do really love that. So included in next month's issue of Die Cutting Essentials, this goes on sale December the 2nd. So this of course will be the last Christmas set for this magazine. This is called Warm and Cozy Winter Tags, and this is a die and a stamp set, which is brilliant. So we've got 8 dies and 12 stamps. These have been designed by Simply Made Crafts, and that's Helen Griffin. So what we've got here with our dies, we've got a really fun Christmas jumper, we've got a mitten, we have got the sort of mug with the foam, and these do, I can see, have a little circle pieces. So again, you can create tags from these. You might want to use them as Christmas decorations on a tree around the house. You know, you can find different ways to use those. Then for the stamp sets, we've got a Christmas jumper, we've got a few sentiments in there, we've got a hat, and we've got some patterns. So I guess the patterns, they're almost like knitted patterns that you could use to decorate your jumper. So that would be brilliant. And we also have 8 papers and 25 downloads as well. So I'm really enjoying kind of downloading some of their papers and using it, because it goes really nicely with the theme of their sets. So that was a look at the magazine and the free gift for Die Cutting Essentials. So the first thing I've done is just to die cut the 2 main dies. So you've got these 2 dies here, and this is then taking all of the pieces back out of them. So you've got this one here, we've got a little nativity scene. This piece that does come out of the middle, this has a really lovely detailing which is going to emboss into that, so you could pop that piece back into here, and sort of again that's with the paper piece in, so you've still got all of that lovely detail, but this is just what it looks like as the die. And the same for this one as well. So I've just taken all of the pieces out the inside, but what you can do as well is just layer these together, because the sort of star at the top is perfect for layering, and then it just gives you that extra little bit of detail in there as well. So we're going to die cut some more of these, but I'm going to show you what I've cut already. So to start off with, I've got a 5 by 7 inch card base here. I've then cut a piece of, this is the Craft Perfect Ginger Pie. This is from their newest trend, and this is a really beautiful colour. This is kind of a burnt orange browny kind of colour, but I thought it worked perfectly with this patterned paper. So this is just some baubles, and I downloaded this from that Craft World website from the free download section, and I've just created a simple mats and layers there. You can see that I've cut the centre piece from that. You're never going to know, and it does help to stretch your cardstock a little further. I don't always do it, but when I do remember to do it, then, you know, I like to just kind of try and save that little inside piece. What I'm also going to be doing is die cutting some leaves from some green cardstock. So my idea is going to be is to have some leaves coming in from the top, and then what I wanted to do was kind of use these as sort of hanging baubles. I thought that would look really nice. So the first thing I'm going to do is die cut these leaves. So this leaf die here came from this is the Stampin' Up! Forever Flourishing dies. I realised that I didn't really have many actual kind of foliage dies, and I didn't want to use a stamp set. So I'm gonna take this one, and I've got 2 different shades of green here. So I have got Fern, which is this one, and I've got an Avocado, which is slightly darker, and I'm hoping to layer these up just to give me a little bit more depth and just to help it reach across the card a little further. So I'm just going to run that through my Gemini Mini. We can just take this off, and this is a really beautiful die. I don't use it nearly as much as I should. So there we have one. So it's going to kind of come across. Hopefully it's not going to be too busy, but we'll see how it goes. So we've got that one, and then I'm just going to die cut this one again from this Avocado. So this Avocado is a new colour that I've picked up. So again, I'm going to show you some of the new papers I've got in my next haul video when I've got just a few more bits to show you. So let's just run this one through. Again, my Gemini Mini, absolutely perfect for quick die cutting like this. So the reason I've die cut 2 of these is I thought it might just give it a little bit more depth and a little more contrast, because I wanted to kind of overlap them. So my idea is, again, then to have my baubles kind of going down like that. So what I'm going to do, just to make life a little simpler, is I'm going to get these layers stuck down first of all. So there we have our mats and layers. I've just glued these 2 on top of each other. So what I want to do first of all is die cut then my 2 baubles. And here I've got a piece of Mirri card. So what I'm going to do is cut this top layer, because I do want to layer these together. So I'm going to cut this one from that Mirri card. So just so you can see, this is the full die. Everything comes out so easily. We've got these pieces just in the little swirls there. Again, so you could use, if you want to do a little bit of paper piecing, you could use all of those pieces to have it come back in. So I've got 2 colours of cardstock here. I've got a navy, and I've got, this is ocean blue, but this is kind of like a teal turquoise. I thought that would go nicely with our background. And I think I'm going to do our dark background with that gold. Hopefully this is gonna fit, and this is a really fantastic way of using up all of your scraps as well. So again, we're just gonna die cut this. So to show you this one here, again, we've got those 2 pieces, and hopefully you can see this pierced detail in here. So for this one, I'm gonna have that sitting just on there. So I'm just going to add some glue onto the back of this. I'm just going to pop this to one side with an acrylic block on it, just to let that attach together. So you can see that I have just popped in this back piece. That was that ocean cardstock, and you've got that really beautiful pierced detail, and then you've got this lovely sort of swirling in the Mirri gold there, and it just really helps to kind of finish that off nicely. And then for my second one, I didn't want to do two the same, so I've just die cut this piece, which is this side here, again from some of that gold Mirri card, and I die cut it again then from the navy cardstock as well, and I've just popped that in, and I'm literally just gonna leave it with these two pieces open. So now we can look at kind of bringing our card together. So again then we have got our leaves here. So what I'm going to do is just kind of intertwine these a little bit, and we're going to have it kind of, you know, just sort of coming down our card just like this. So what I'm going to do is pop just some glue on a few of these leaves. So let's definitely go on the stem here, but I want some of the leaves to kind of stay up just a touch. So there we have our leaves just on there. I've just hung it off the edge slightly because I don't want sort of too much of that stem, and I'm just gonna cut it off just there. And then for our baubles, we're gonna use some foam pads on here. So what I want to do is get these in kind of strategic places so it really does hold these pieces together, because obviously these are just kind of inserted into each other. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this sort of hanging, so I think there is probably quite good. And I did put a foam pad just behind this little piece here, and I've got that so I can just pop that in to that area. So when you're paper piecing, you want to make sure that you are keeping all of these little tiny pieces, because this will be what makes a full image. So we can just pop that one into there. And then I did the same again for this one, so just kind of strategically placed the foam pads for these. So there's our baubles all attached. So they look like, hopefully, they look like they are hanging from that branch. So what I'm going to do now is just add a couple of pieces of our foam tape, just to give it a little bit of dimension. Then we can get this stuck down onto our card base. So we've got this sentiment just here. So this was one of those downloadable sentiments that we picked out. I think I'm just going to go ahead and round the corners on this, just to give it a little bit more interest. And I think what I'm going to do is have that coming in from the top, just up there. So I've just added a little piece of that foam tape to the back of this, and we can have that coming in from the top. So to finish this off and really just add some sparkle, we're going to add some bright gold Nuvo drops onto here. So let's just do a couple around our sentiment. And that is then going to be our finished card. So this is using the Die Cut Essentials issue 83, and this is the Nativity Bauble set, and this was made by Memory Box. So I hope you liked this card. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please do so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. So that's going to be it for today. Thanks very much for watching, and happy crafting.